Hi everyone. Some students find it difficult with social science topics. We are here to make it easy for every one of you. Watch this video in full length. You will get lesson explanation, notes and question answers in this single video. We are going to discuss about a very important topic, that is resources. We use water, electricity, rickshaw, vegetables, textbook and many other things in our life. They have something in. Things become resources only when they have value. Value means worth. Some resources have economic value. That means you have to pay money to get it. Some do not have economic value. Some resources are free gifts of nature. Here we will learn more about the various concepts related to the topic resources. Anything that can be used to satisfy a need or has value can be called a resource. Any substance, living being, or service that has utility, that is, if it can help us in any possible way, it is said to be a resource. Water, electricity, rickshaw, vegetables, and textbook all have utility and hence they are considered as resources. All the resources have value or worth. A resource has some value. The value can be associated with money. That means you have to pay money to get it, or just mental satisfaction. Example, when you look at a beautiful painting or scenery, it feels pleasant. So the painting or scenery has utility. Examples of resources include books, stationery material, clothes, utensils, furniture, your teacher, school, rivers, water, electricity, and so on. The economic value of a resource may change with time. Some resources have economic value, some do not. Some may become valuable only over a period of time. For example, your grandmom's home remedies may not have commercial value at present, but if they are patented and sold, they could also become economically valuable. Meanwhile, time and technology are the two factors that change substances to resources. A substance may or may not be a resource depending on our knowledge. If you do not know how to write with a pen, then certainly the pen has no utility for us. So in this case, the pen is not a resource. However, for those who know how to use a pen, it is a resource. So technology, ideas, knowledge, inventions, discoveries, etc. make a substance a resource. Time may also be a factor involved in making a substance a resource. Water has always been there, but its utility to manufacture electricity was not always known. When people realized that water can be used to produce electricity, water became a resource in a new way. Resources are of three kinds. They are natural, human-made, and human. Natural resources are classified into different groups depending upon their level of development and use, origin, renewability, and distribution. Natural resources are taken from nature and are used without much modification. That is, they are used in the same form as they exist in. Rivers, lakes, air, soil, minerals, trees, mountains, etc. are natural resources. Natural resources are also called as gifts of nature. On the basis of level of development of resource, a natural resource can be categorized as actual or potential. An actual resource is one which is used currently. We know their quantity. Examples are coal deposits. Utility of a potential resource is not known at present, or it is not used despite having utility. Instead, it may be useful at some time in future. It means that it has the potential to have utility in the future. Examples include uranium deposits in Ladakh. India badly needs uranium to fuel its nuclear power plants. Uranium deposits of Ladakh are only seen as a potential resource because the entire quantity of the uranium present in Ladakh cannot be determined. Thus, it is not being used. It can be used in the coming future with improved technology which can help in better utilizing the uranium present there. On the basis of origin, a resource can be abiotic or biotic. A biotic resource is one that has life, examples plants and animals. An abiotic resource is non-living, examples soils, rocks, furniture, books. Natural resources can also be categorized into renewable and non-renewable resources. A renewable resource can be used without any risk of its ending up. They exist in unlimited quantity. Renewable resources can be renewed and get replenished very quickly. Solar and wind energy are renewable resources that are unlimited and will not be affected by human activities. On the other hand, use of non-renewable resources need to be controlled since once they end up, they cannot be renewed. Non-renewable resources have limited stock and once exhausted may take thousands of years to be replenished. For example, coal, petroleum and natural gas. Physical factors like terrain, climate and altitude affect the distribution of natural resources. Human-made resources. At times, natural substances become resources only after their original form has changed. Human-made resources have not been provided to us by nature. Human beings have used their intelligence to manufacture them for their own use. Examples include vehicles, buildings, roads, telephone, etc. People make use of natural resources to manufacture human-made resources like buildings, bridges, roads, machinery, etc. Human resource refers to the number or quantity and abilities. Abilities means mental and physical abilities of the people. That is why human beings are a special resource. People are human resources. Human resources include people who serve us in any way. Your teacher, doctor, carpenter, cobbler, etc. are human resources. Human resource development refers to the improvement of people's skills so that they become more useful than before and are a better resource. In other words, improving the quality of people's skills so that they are able to create more resources is known as human resource development. You might have heard about HR departments. Imagine a situation where all the water on the earth had dried up and all the trees were cut down. There is no shade and nothing to eat or drink. If you are not careful, then even renewable resources can become very scarce and the non-renewable ones can definitely get exhausted. Using resources carefully and giving them time to get renewed is called resource conservation. Resource conservation is the concept of using resources carefully so that they do not end up quickly. The future generations also need the resources. But if we keep using them at a fast pace, they may end up thus posing problems for the future. We should use resources in such a balanced way that we satisfy our needs as well as conserve them for the future. This concept is called sustainable development. Carefully utilizing resources so that besides meeting the requirements of the present, it also takes care of future generations is called sustainable development. There are many ways to conserve resources. We can contribute to sustainable development by switching off lights when not needed, by recycling things and using them again, and in many more ways. Each person can contribute by reducing consumption, recycling, and reusing things. The future of our planet and people is dependent on our ability to maintain and preserve the life support system that nature provides us. Therefore, we are required to ensure that all uses of renewable resources are sustainable, the diversity of life on the earth is conserved, the damage to the natural environmental system is minimized. We hope this explanation about resources will help you. If you have any query regarding this topic, please drop a comment below. We'll come back to you at the earliest.